Well, good morning from Bomber Outfitters. This is Jim and Angie Callan. We're reporting to you from Snowmass on a nice 8-inch powder day. And the point of this talk is to go over Donek's Nomad, which we both have attached to our feet, and we both love. For me, it's the best powder deck that I have ever put on my feet, at least as hard insofar as hard boots are concerned. It's responsive, it's dynamic. What do you like about it, Angie?
I like it.
Okay, there we go.
It does well in deep powder. It does well in busting crud. It likes to manage the bumps for you. It's kind of a good all-around powder board.
And I will say, you know you've got a good powder board when you actually want to mount it directly at center or even in front of center to get the best response. It's got such a big nose and a lot of early rise to it that it floats through pretty much anything. I've yet to find something it won't float through. And it also busts crud with the best of them. It's got enough stiffness in front of the bindings to really handle that quite nicely.
I think it's something that is highly customizable.
True.
If you turn the camera around, Jim, and show the boards one more time, you'll see mine is a good bit narrower than the stock. Actually, yours is too. They come stock at 24.5,
depending on the weight, on the size, yeah.
On the size, and Jim had his customized down to 23. I actually have mine customized at 21.5. And the reason I did that is because I still like to ride pretty high angles on a powder board. And my carving board, I ride 60-55, and I'm just at 55-50 here. And because of that, I like the narrower board. But what's so nice about the shape and the design of this board is I can have a 21.5 width, and it still manages deep powder and variable conditions.
And the interesting thing too about it is that it rides shorter than it is. My board's 170. For as long as it is, you think it'd be just a beast to turn in the trees and the bumps, but because roughly 30 centimeters of that is the nose and just support essentially in the soft stuff, it's still very flickable. And my board has the stock 7-meter side cut radius in the front. Angie's and 12 meters in the back. I think Angie's is 7 to 10 or 11 in the back, I believe.
7 to 11.
7 to 11. Okay, you've got the super tight turn radius up front, so in the trees and the bumps you can make it do whatever you want by pressuring the nose. But when you get out onto the wide open powder, it just wants to track so nicely.
But it still can hold a carve, which is kind of fun. So that way, if you're on one of those really variable days, well, I'm going to talk about it.
Go for it.
If you're on one of those really variable days where you find yourself on some harder pack or groom, it can still make some turns, which is really nice. So it kind of does it all.
It does. You know, and as much as we'd love to ski powder every moment of every powder day, you're going to find yourself tracking, on groomers or on flat stuff or cats to get from your one powder stash to the next. And this board just does it right.
That's right.
So,
as you can see, it's snowing.
yay.
So we're going to get at it.
We'll talk to you in a few.